about and to the apostles and elders of Gravestone. Shalom to the brothers and how they keep pushing this truth in sincerity and honesty. You know, we are the TMS camp from Jamaica, Portland. You know, come out here every week. You know, almost every day of the week. So now, you know, to bring out this gospel, man, let the people know what the deal is. You know, and as I was walking up to camp, you know, the brother basically, you know, bring up a specific type of topic, man. And it's a topic concerning grace. He was talking about this philosophy that is out there now that a Christian belief, I think we call it free grace. You know what I mean? And this show you how much, you know what the writings of Paul, how much, you know, confusion it would cause if the Lord don't have certain spirit on you to understand what the brother Paul wrote, man. You know what I mean? And you see, the scripture tells that their tables gonna be a what? A snare and a stumbling, because it's a stumbling block, man. You know, that's what they come up with the theology of free grace, not understanding what grace represents. Because grace basically doesn't mean, you know what I mean, you get a chance to go and continue to be wicked, man. It never means that in at all. When I always use this analogy. If you owe bill to any company, when you pay your bill and you get a grace period, you know what I mean, it doesn't mean you're not going to have to pay the bill. So grace is not a license to continue to do the very thing where you get grace for. You know what I mean? So you see, and this show you how far removed from the scriptures these people are, man. It's very crazy. They miss the whole mark, they miss the whole concept of what salvation is, man. You know, you can read with them up there and then we can go into some scriptures to basically bring about a proper understanding of what grace actually is, man.
Alright,
Yeah,
so this is Google search of free grace theology.
Right.
And it says from Wikipedia, you know, just the synopsis of it. Right, it says, thus free grace theologians hold that anyone who believes in Jesus Christ will go to heaven regardless of any future actions, including future sin, unbelief, or apostasy. Though Christians who sin or abandon the faith will face God's discipline.
Okay, you see, in essence, you know what I mean? In essence, it would have sounded like it would make sense in the light of predestination, you know? But no, once you are predestined, you're going to be called. And once you're going to be called, you're going to do a specific action. Even though it's not you the one who create that action, what that you're going to do, but you're going to do a specific action that the Lord put on you to do. Yeah? But they mix out that part, man. You say, them that I'm called, give it a precept there. Give it a precept there. Because, hey, you see, the spirit, you know, the spirit is not out here for everyone, man. You know what I mean? And the Lord give us that spirit to understand the scriptures, man. And when we say, oh, look, we have the 100% truth, yeah, people get offended over that. A lot of people get offended over that, man. And these are some of the reasons why we say that, because we have the proper breakdown of the scriptures, man. You know what I mean? So we're going to bring it out the right way that you can understand what grace actually is, man. You know what I mean? You have it up?
Repeat the way I say it.
What about the same? Let me clear it out.
Them that he called.
Yeah,
like that?
let me also justify. Yeah.
Oh.
You know? Yeah, man. So, yeah, go on.
This is Romans 8, verse 30.
Right.
It said, moreover, whom he did predestinated.
Okay, so in the light of predestination, he said, him that, go on again?
He said,
Salakias, let's go 29.
Yeah, go on.
Let's go 29.
verse 29. It said, for whom he did foreknew,
Right.
he also did
Predestinate. So the ones that he foreknew, he also predestinate. So in in essence, what they say, you know, it would sound like that, but what they are saying is basically you continue to do wickedness even though you get predestinated and you still get saved. No. Yeah? That's not how it works. That's what the scripture speak about. The conscience, man. And that's a very important point, you know what I mean, in regards to the elect that the scripture is talking about here. At some point, your conscience will be pricked, man.
God.
That's a part of it, what's going to happen within the spirit of what's going to go down, man. You know, continue if you have a wicked conscience pertaining to the law, you know what I mean, and end up and get saved. No, it's not like that. You know, the unique thing about the elect, you know, the Lord will put the spirit on them to basically have a conscience between the law. They may not keep the law with the 100% of them ability because, you know, they don't have the strength of themselves to do that. But the Lord is going to, one thing for sure, the Lord is going to let them have the conscience pertaining to the law, man. Yeah? What?
For whom he did foreknew, he also did predestine.
And the thing is, you know, you can't have a conscience and pertain to the law, and there's no manifestation of what the conscience actually, basically, is dealing with. So you see the whole thing, so automatically you're going to end up, you know what I mean, doing your best to do something, you know, to appease the feeling of regret within the conscience. So it actually brings out an action based off what take place there. So it's a dynamic, man. But the thing is, what they miss the mark is that, look, what the Lord was actually saying, that you of your own self wasn't going to do it. The very fact that you're going to do anything pertaining to righteousness is because the Lord is going to put that spirit on you to do it, man. You know what I mean? That's the point they're missing out, and that's basically what they are saying is actually being wicked and evil, man. Yeah? Showing that they hate the law. And when you make an argument like this, it's showing out how hatred for the law is, and the whole conclusion of the matter is that we're going to do the law ultimately at the end. They are planning not to do the law in at all, which basically showing that the spirit of the Lord put on them is nothing to do with the disgrace, man. If you have that spirit there, you're not about the grace of the Lord, man. Because what you should be having faith in is also including of the law. Because the faith is, when you go in a detail pertaining to the faith, the law is in the midst of the action that comes down with your faith, man. Yeah? But you see, the bridge that them can't cross is that, look, you of yourself cannot do it. That are the bridge that them can't cross, man. Whatsoever action you do, you know what I mean, pertaining to righteousness, the Lord is the one who's going to do it. So the Lord is the one who's going to get credit for it. And the thing is, what a lot of people have in their mind is that them can do something and receive credit for whatsoever they do. Like, hey, me do this, so therefore the Lord need to save me because I do that something here. No. Because in actuality, even if I do it, it's not you that do it. Yeah? And that's a little struggle that people fight with, because some of us struggle fighting against the idea of free will. Which you don't have free will, man. The choices that you make was already predestined. The choices that you make was already set in stone by the Lord Yahweh Shai, man. So you can't even claim no credit for anything you do, whether good or evil. Yeah? What the prophet said, who caused Israel to err? Hey, you have a priest in that? He said, where are those? You know what I mean? The reason why Israel even err and become in a position that we are in, you know what I mean, when you look at it from a general perspective, without the detail, when you summarize the whole thing, the narrative is to fulfill the prophecies. The reason why Israel transgressed, go into slavery, and because the Lord said it, man. It's not because Israel say, yo, look, we are get up today and be wicked. No, the Lord set that in motion, man. And there is nothing what Israel could have done to stop or prevent that. Lest the Lord's word wouldn't come to pass. You know what I mean? We don't have no power over the word of the Lord, man. If the Lord said we are going to transgress and go into slavery, that's what the hell we're going to do.
Can I say this? Today I speak to one brethren and basically many man talk and I show him basically things that were written in scripture will come to pass today and so forth. And he basically turned to me and say, what he basically turned to me and say is that look all of them things that were written in the Bible. See? And people see them. And them still do things where the Bible said nothing. See? So basically, you must look up all these things that are written in the Bible, and people see it, and people still are going and do what they do.
Yeah.
And can't change. Because
Look,
guess
man.
what? The Lord set it that way for
Hey, look, man. Let me tell you this, man. You know, you have some people out here talking about, you know, they have free will and they do what they please. No, man, you don't do what you please, man. Everything that you do in your life, you're acting upon some form of influence, man.
Right.
Just to put it simple, you're acting upon influence. The very fact that you get up daily and do all the activities you do daily is because something influences you to do so. If you eat some food, you're acting up the influence of hunger. If you drink some water, you're acting upon the influence of thirst. So you're in control of nothing, man. Nothing at all. You know what I mean? If you respond to somebody speaking, basically, you can't prevent yourself from here. You know what I mean? Because the reaction, you know, of words or voice is not, you know, is to hear. You know what I mean? No, you can hear it and disregard it. You can hear it and receive it. You know what I mean? But you're acting upon influence every step of the way, man. And that's sure that you don't have no choice in the whole matter of your physical life here, man. No choice, man. And that's what people struggle with out here, man. You struggle with the fact that, look, man, you feel like you should have the right to do whatsoever. You know what I mean? And you should receive a reward for your action.
Done.
You're gonna get rewarded, but not because what you do, but what the Lord set in stone for you, man. So if your reward is judgment and destruction, you know what I mean? The Lord already set that in play, that you're gonna do the things that are gonna reap that reward, and you can't do nothing to stop that shit. Nothing what you can do. Matter of fact, you're not gonna get the mindset to not do so. Yeah? Because the one that will have a conscience is the one that the Lord basically choose to have that conscience, man. So not even that you don't have a choice over. Yeah? Go on now.
Isaiah 63 verse 7.
Go on.
It says, oh Lord, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways?
Look what he said. Why have thou made us to err from his ways?
Right.
No, you see that? It wasn't us of our own, but to fulfill the word of the Lord, man. That's the reason why we err. You know what I mean? And the reason why we're going to come back is not because of us why we're going to come back, but because the Lord is going to bring us back, man.
Right.
So we don't have no choice in the whole matter. Whether going off or whether receiving salvation, it doesn't matter, man. Yeah? And if you're not in favor of the Lord, you're just not in favor. He said the Lord, you know, have a right to have mercy upon whom he want to have mercy upon, and who him will him want to harden him, man. That's it. And a lot of people just can't receive that. A lot of people, it burn to hear that, man. Because we grow up in our society, we feel like you can do things to apply merit unto yourself.
Man. Give the
You know what I
Lord the
mean?
glory, man.
Everybody wants some form of merit
Man.
for their life. You know what I mean? But who is us? You know what I mean? Who is us, man? And that basically being proud. You know what I mean? Are seeking pride. They're seeking after pride, man. Proving to somebody. You have something to prove to people all the time. You know what I mean? Instead of being meek and humble. Being humble is to acknowledge that the Lord have the handle, man. He's the one who's steering or whatsoever part he want. The scripture says the Lord wait the Spirit. Yeah, you better believe that. And fear because of that. And even fear itself is put upon you by the Lord, man. You can't just drum it up by yourself. You know, a very thought that come to your mind, it wasn't created in your mind. It come to you. So where does it come from? Yeah? There's no man sit down and say, oh, me go frame a thought in my head. Yeah? A thought just come. But from where? Yeah, that in itself should show you that you look, man, not in your very words, you know, not in your very mind, you know what I mean? You have control over. Because things will come to your mind and you never sit down and invent that. You never sit down and create or invent that thought, showing that there's an external force, you know what I mean, influencing you. But it's so hard for the regular man to understand that. Because the Lord don't give them the spirit to understand that He is God, man. Yeah, because when you understand the power and the majesty of the Lord, man, and the spirit wasn't given to the world. You know what I mean? So the world is going to fall into the trap that the Lord set. He's the one who lead into it, and He's the one who set it. To fulfill what this existence is about. You know what I mean? Go on.
So, Lord, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways, and harden our heart from thy fear? Return for thy servant's sake, tribe of thine inheritance.
And when he was speaking that, you know what he was speaking in? He was speaking in the spirit. So even that, he wasn't even saying of his own. The spirit lead him to say that. And everything what you say, you know what I mean, come from your mind where originated from you. It's coming from another placement. As a matter of fact, read Proverbs 16:1 just to clarify the whole thing, because a lot of people confuse, you know what I mean, when it comes down to who the Lord is versus who they are. Because it's a lot of people, based off how them have the mindset of them have, they are saying that they are the Most High. Because if you could create a thought, yeah, if you could create a thought, it would show that, look, man, there's another creator apart from the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, and there's no other God but Him, according to Isaiah 45, you know, and on down. Yeah? So if you could create a thought, you would be adding something to the creation, man. While the scripture say that there's nothing can be added to it, or nothing can be taken away from it, man. You see a lot of people on this earth, they fail to give the majesty and power and respect to the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. And guess what? It was done deliberately by the Lord. That they should know who the power is, man. Because all this is demonstrate, you know what I mean, to you to be a witness of His majesty, man. And the only way you could witness that is by you doing the things them that are going to cause that manifestation to happen, man. Yeah? Go on, bro.
Proverbs 16:1, the preparations of the heart in
the
man.
Preparation of the heart in men, go on, which is things that come to your mind, that comes to your mind.
Right.
Go on.
And the answer of the tongue is from the Lord.
And the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. And you see, one of the things is, you know, that Esau want to shy away from this reality, man. And the reason why Esau, that's the reason why I say that, look, man, the whole creation come through Big Bang, you know, this matter collide with this matter and all this. But guess what? Language, speech, intelligence, all these things, man. He can't wisdom. He cannot reason beyond wisdom, because everything is ordered. Yeah? So he would like to make you believe that everything comes from something that is random. Because your mind is random. You think the Most High thing is random. Yeah? Everything is ordered, man. Everything have a function. And it plays a specific result. And this cracker, you should know, because you are the one that sit down and write algorithms and computer codes, you know what I mean, to function in a specific way. You're the one doing JavaScript. You're the one doing C++ and all them things there, and it's based on the same concept of our existence, man. But yet, you don't like to deny the reality That's how we are. Yeah? We're just a program, man. We're just a program. At the end of the day, we just live in the Lord. How about Shemi Washai algorithm? And we're gonna do one of two things, man. Be wicked or be good. You don't have the choice in the matter, man.
Right.
Yeah? The choice that you have is no, it's very limited. As a man, whatsoever you can do is limited to what the Lord wants you to do, man. And guess what? Possibilities are endless. It's just beyond the mind of men. Because the Lord doesn't give you to understand more than you should. Yeah? All praise to the Lord. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, man. Go on.
Again, Proverbs 16:1, the preparations of the heart in man,
Right.
and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord.
Right, so the thing that you speak through your mouth, man, is from the Lord. You know what I mean? You don't have a control over that. Yeah, motherfucker. Men never form a language, man. Yeah? You just come and you come and use what you see. It already exists before you even come here. And every man come same way. You know, you come as a child. Who know on the earth don't come as a baby? And saying that every man that come as a baby on the earth, the language that you come and get is not originally from human. What you learn never come from you. You're a product of your environment.
Okay.
And if you stretch it back thousands of years ago, it's the same concept. So what information exists in this reality? You just become a witness unto that. And it become a part of your program. It become a part written in your DNA. So if you is the originator, who is the originator of all this information that is consumed by this existence, man? Yeah? Because whether me and you are here, yes or no, the reality is the information is going to remain. So the information is separately from you. You just only become a witness to that information, man. Yeah? You know, it's funny because Esau should be the one that understands this thing more than anybody else. What you're looking at the screen right now is an image of brothers here, man. Yeah? What we are saying, you know, is captured as audio. And this captured as digital audio. Because everything can be broken down, you know, in scientifically can be broken down in numbers and symbols. Yeah? What you're seeing is this reality on this side of the world here in Jamaica right now is captured, you know, in code, which is a language, man. Yeah, and this man discovered that this code is a language of this existence, man. And in order to capture them in a certain sequence, you have certain things that manifest. You know what I mean? And he know this, man. And he should have known that the very atoms that hold him together is working based off a specific language, man. Because the way how him know for the way I do is because of the understanding of that. Yeah? That's the reason why he can reproduce one's voice on the next side of the world. That's the reason why he can cast an image of an individual on the next side of the world. Because he understands that this reality works like that. And when you do science, you do you know, with the physics or what, you have all these equations, them call them. You know, them different equations, man, them different equations that break down certain aspect of this reality, man. So he knows that everything that encompasses us is a language. And it's in order. And if I don't do it in that order, you cannot decode the language. He knows this, man. Yes. He does not want to believe it. Because in the code, you know what I mean, he is programmed to be the failure. And the very fact that he wants to deny it, I don't want to know it, is evidence that he's such. The failure, the loser. Yeah? You cannot go beyond what the Most High set in place, man. It is impossible. A motherfucker give me Ecclesiastics, I tell you that nothing can be put it or nothing can be taken away from brother. 3 and 4. Yeah? And this type of wisdom is not for everyone, you know what I mean? You know, because some will stumble upon that. And it turn them world upside down, man. You know, you have brothers who can receive it. You know what I mean? Because we don't taught to be thinking highly of ourselves, man. Yeah? Which the world basically covet off of that type of mentality. To be proud. Yeah? Go on up.
Alright, so this is Ecclesiastes 3 and 13. It says, Salakia 14. I know that whatsoever Salakia. I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever.
Right, so the thing is now, what a man can say here that is not uttered before. What a man can do that was never done. Give me Ecclesiastes yeah?
Can get that.
The very thing that we are doing, you know what I mean, is something that exists. Whether we want there, yes or no. You know what I mean? You don't determine if language exists. You don't determine the function of all the laws of physics or what the so-called white man just say. You don't determine that. That just happen, man. You don't have control over it. Yeah? So you have to come here and just be subjected to the elements. You know what I mean? Motherfucker, give me the creature. Yeah.
I know, I just think.
Yeah, go on. Read that.
It's
yeah.
Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 9. The
God.
thing that hath been, it is that which shall be.
So the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. Finish the principle there first, but we'll go back to this, brother.
Go back.
Yeah.
Alright, 3 and 18.
God.
Again. Alright, it's like a 14. You say, I know that whatsoever God doeth,
right,
it shall be forever.
Right.
Nothing can be put to it.
Right, so everything was created already.
Right.
Everything. There's nothing you can do right now or
Right.
think of right now that wasn't created for you to think it.
Nothing new.
Every thought process was already created by the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Every possibility.
Yeah. Most the ultimate developer.
Yeah.
You know, you have some
Yeah.
certain apps and websites where open source.
Yeah.
You see me? I saw them would think the most creation for be where you
Right.
you can add something to,
Yeah.
the program or to the code to
Yeah.
make it work different or
Yeah.
better or whatever. You know what I mean? But that's not the case. The
Right.
most thing is not open source.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because then that would mean say what? Somebody else did the way supposed to get some other glory then.
God.
And the Heavenly Father prayer, I was trying to say, to the Most High be all the power and the glory.
Right.
Just paraphrase it.
God.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it said nothing can be put to it,
So nothing can be put to it,
nor anything taken
nor
from it.
anything taken from it.
And God doeth it that men should fear before him.
But hey, man, they have that men can't acknowledge that.
Alright.
So therefore, there's no fear. Yeah? Even that was done deliberately. Yeah? The reason why you can't get it, that's why you don't fear. The reason why you don't fear is to teach one why they should fear.
God.
So the Lord dynamic work.
It's like a lot saying art to fear art.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah?
Yeah, to fear
That
art.
him can prove
Yeah.
why you're supposed to go off from the Lord. Yeah? Voilà.
This,
So he's the influence that influences everything, man.
God.
He's the life force that make everything to move. Deceive are his. Wanna?
Back to Ecclesiastes 1 and 9 again. The thing
God.
that hath been, it is that which shall be,
God.
and that which is done is that which shall be done.
There's no new thing that can come to the mind of a man.
Alright.
Something never end. There's no thought a man can think about that never enter into the mind of another man.
God.
Because it already exists.
Alright.
Yeah?
And guess what? If it even come to the thought of somebody else,
Yeah.
it's still influenced by something
Right.
external.
God.
You see me? Which are still the Most High said we.
Most High creation,
Isn't
yeah.
it?
Most High don't create it, man.
Exactly.
Right. And
Right.
the scripture says wisdom is more moving
Than
than
any-
that's a
any
very
emotion.
deep statement. It says it's more moving than any emotion. But what's motion, man? Motion is the manifestation of life. Once things are moving, it is life. But you tell her that wisdom is more moving than any. Give me that precept they have. You know, you see, you people don't know the level or where the Lord is at, man. Yeah?
Yeah.
You fall short and understanding the level and what the Lord is at. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Yeah, go on.
Please, Sirach, Wisdom of Solomon 7 and verse 27.
Go on.
Sirach, 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
Go on.
She passeth and goeth through all things.
She passeth and goeth through all things. So the very fact that things are animated
Alright.
is because of that wisdom, the word of God,
Alright. And yo,
the code of His existence.
it deeps. You know, when you
Eh,
really think about it, it deep.
Yeah.
You know, cause
there's a grand code.
Gun.
There's a grand code where everything basically function within that.
Yeah.
Yeah? A nigga not even understand the way how his cell phone works, much less we understand what the Lord is about, man. Yeah, ain't on the level, man. He saw me doing some shit, but we are behind a stupid ass nigga, simple mind. Know what I mean?
And the scripture say you can't be withheld all in His glory.
Right.
That's Sirach 42 and 24.
Go on again.
Eh?
Go on again.
Sirach 42 and 24. And,
Select it. Sirach. Ranking 24. Alright, so this is Ecclesiasticus 42 and 24. It says, all things are double, one against another,
Right.
and He hath made nothing imperfect.
Right, so what is going on here is perfect, man. We going
Right.
off is perfect.
One thing
You
is
know why?
Salakia.
Because consequence of we going off gonna be manifest, which basically is gonna trigger the manifestation of what grace and mercy is. Oh, with grace or mercy exists if you don't do the thing to deserve such manifestation. You see, it's a full dynamic. In order for mercy to exist, the thing that ought to be done, you know what I mean, to trigger the response of mercy has to be done. So we going off was necessary. It was the perfect way to manifest what there is. Yeah? What up?
Alright, it says one thing establisheth the good of another.
Yeah, the one thing establish the good of another, you know, going off,
Oh,
you know, establish it mercy.
This we say?
Yeah?
I said R, yes. So one thing establisheth the good or another,
Right?
and who shall be fulfilled with beholding His glory.
Right. And who shall be filled? Of beholding His glory.
That's it, right?
Yeah? And the scripture telling us, even though we see a lot of things, man. Yeah, we see a lot of things, but the scripture say, oh, we still look through a glass. Dark, man. Yeah, but the tree of life, you know, we're going to have access to it. We're going to have access to it again, man. You know what I mean? So, what there is to know, you know, gradually, we're going to know it, man. First, we're going to move on from the weakest state that existed. And we witness the weakest state or the opposite state of this existence, which basically is death. And not death only physically, but death, you know what I mean, spiritually, man. We witness firsthand what death is, man. And not only witnessing death, understanding what death is.
39 and 16.
You know what I mean? And it was only necessary for us to know, or for us to say that we know, you know, we'd have to go through it. And the word experience means to what? To try out. Yeah? So even the action that we was plunged into was beneficial unto us. It's basically manifesting the love of the Most High, because the Father showing us things that He never show others. And going off is the means by which He showed us. May sound strange.
Yeah.
But going off is the means on which He showed us what corruption is, what death is. You know, how it feels like to die. Yeah? Being conscious of your fall, being conscious of your death is a miracle. Because that is a sign of you waking up back, man. Yeah? Sure that you conquer death. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why? Because the Lord is our shine. Conquer death, man. Yeah? And He is the one that has this wisdom and us, man. You know, in the Spirit of the Father, we can become one with Him, man. You know, and that's what is going to be the end goal. It's going to be, man. And as we said before, when we speak about the law earlier, the Lord is the one who's going to put that law in our hearts, man, and take that wicked spirit from us, man. And you see, even to acknowledge that you have a wicked spirit on you, in this flesh, you know what I mean, is placed upon you by the Lord, even to acknowledge that. You know what I mean? So it's the Lord all the way. All the glory. See, that's what we say. All praises to the Lord, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Hashem. And we mean all. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand the essence of what we say when we say it. You know, people even say it and don't take into consideration why they are saying it. Literally, all praises, man. We deserve none. Because we do nothing. Nothing at all we don't do. We are just bear witnesses to the Lord's majesty, man. That's what we are. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, as I say, we're going to be those oracles, man, of the Lord, man. Mediators. Because that's what a priest basically is going to represent. And as we speak about the promise earlier, that was part of the promise. That we are going to be a kingdom of priests. So our responsibility is going to be pertaining to the upkeeping of the law. So the very same law that, what you call themselves?
Free grace.
Free grace people is lashing out against. It's the very law that grace was all about in the first place. That what your faith was all about. Because the faith of Abraham is believing that the Lord is going to make us perfect. Yeah, because being priests and kings is our perfection, man. So our perfection is going to be the law. The law by which we never obtain it on our own. Yeah? Give me Hebrews 8 and 8, brother, because we do have it earlier whenever they go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we segue into the fact that you don't have a choice in the way matter. You know? Who does have a choice in the morning? Lord, look at him straight and say, "Oh, look, go do the thing that is listed of you." Could he do opposite? No. But the Spirit was on him to do it. Even if him the feel like him shouldn't do it, he might have to do it same way. Yeah, it was written in his code.
Hey, Esau, you see, Esau is the type of person like this. He must program when you can put things in people's mind.
Yeah.
Make them do things. And yet still can come from the Most High.
Right.
Do that, man.
Can't.
See? And him know that himself. Then
Hey,
can program people
at
to
the
do
lower
things,
level,
man.
them people out here, they can't even go around Esau programming, man.
Yeah.
Shit, man, you're doing shit that you're doing. You know, look at yourself, man. Look at yourself. The very clothes that you wear is somehow connected to the fashion that you witness. The very language that you speak is because you come and you witness a specific language that is being spoken. So when you come out of your mind, you've been programming to do the things that you come and see. He's a product of an environment that you never create. Yeah, go on.
Hebrews 8 and verse 8, for finding fault with them.
God.
He said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel, and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers.
Who create us with that fault? The Lord, man. And he's the one that's going to fix the fault. Just like a potter, you know, making his pottery with the clay. If there's a fault with the pottery, who are the one creating that pottery? The potter. And if it was to be corrected, who's going to correct it? The potter. Not the pot of itself. You know? Now beat it across because a lot of people can't get it, man. You know? Beat it across, man. You going up?
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continue not in my covenant, and I regard them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me from the least to the greatest.
Right, I just want us going to make that happen. Israel going to make that happen. So don't even watch, you know, direction away some man going. But say, the Lord want the outcome to be that's what it's going to be, and there's nothing to stop that. You know what I mean? Esau can't stop it, so we can't stop it. We're just going to do what the Lord put us out here to do. Yeah?
This is Romans 8 and verse 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity.
Yeah, he was made subjected to vanity. You don't subject yourself to vanity. He was made subject to vanity. Wanna?
Not willingly, by reason of him who had subject some to this
subject same.
Subject same in hope.
Right, so the Lord subject us the same in hope. Because at the end of the day, we are destined for a specific result. Yeah? One.
For the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty.
So being in flesh is living in corruption. You will live in flesh. We're made, the flesh that we know, made for sin. It is the body of death. So once he's a mortal man, he's of the dead. So when you're being delivered, you're being delivered from mortality, man. To become what? A mortal being. You know what I mean? To be delivered from the cycle of death. And that's what we're in right now. We're in the cycle of death, man. And whatsoever, you know what I mean, pertaining to sin, the flesh is of that. Yeah? And Paul said, I find that within me, that is in my flesh, no good thing. Some can't receive that. Over an ear to hear, let him hear. Yeah, go on now.
Liberty of the children of Yahweh, power, for we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now.
Yeah, everybody in the confusion. You know what I mean? What does life mean? This is meaningless or what? Where is this going? That's what the hurt is. The hurt basically is saying right now. You know? Purpose. What is the purpose? Why are men here? You just here to die? Voilà.
Not only they, but ourselves also, which
Right.
have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves grown within ourselves,
Right.
waiting for the adoption to wit the redemption of our body.
Redemption of our body, man. Meaning we're going to receive our immortal body. You know what I mean? Which is a physical manifestation of death being conquered. Now, death is being conquered on a spiritual level right now. Yeah? But it's going to be made manifest physically. You know the thing is, a lot of men find it difficult to believe in immortality, man. That one could live forever, man. What we know is evidence that immortality exists, man. Raising from the dead spiritually is evidence enough to know that it can raise from the dead physically, man. We are living witnesses in the spirit based on what the Lord showed us, man. That all of this is possible, man. The very fact that we wake up in the spirit, man, is evidence that waking physically can happen, man. You know what I mean? We have no excuse. You know what I mean? So we are living witnesses to ourselves. The power of the Lord, man. God, this is power, man. The very fact that we can come out here, we can understand these things and others can't. The scripture says more things are shown unto us than other men. Don't take it simple, don't take it light, man. Being resurrected, man, this is life. The words, give me the words as I speak unto your heart. You know what I mean? You receive life, and it not yet made manifest outwardly. But whatsoever is in the spirit will automatically come forth physically. So we're going to get the truth abided forever, man. And when you receive the truth, that means you going to abide forever, man. You know what I mean? Because the truth will become a part of you know, the truth, the life itself. You know what I mean? You've been lit. So the physical manifestation, if you say, the scripture tell you, that whatsoever man heart is, so will he be also. If you sow to yourself corruption, if your heart is corrupted, it's going to manifest outwardly that you're corrupt. If you receive life inwardly, it's going to manifest outwardly that you have life, man. Immortality is coming, man, and believe the Lord, man. Yeah? And the belief come down to what the Spirit leads you to, because the Spirit leads you to that understanding, man, and with that understanding, the faith lies.
Remember when the Lord asked Peter, we say what men say like in the say Holy Ghost, and he basically said do what the
Son of the living God.
Son of the living God.
And it's a flesh and blood.
It's the flesh and blood.
Never reveal that
Can't
to you.
reveal that to you, man. Yeah. So
Flesh and blood.
Life is not the flesh and blood, man. Flesh and blood is death. Yeah?
revealed to you by the Spirit, man.
This is St. John 6 verse 63, so it is the Spirit that quickeneth,
Right.
the flesh profiteth nothing.
Right.
The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
Right. This understanding, man, is spirit and life. So we are already immortals, man. Brothers, be out here now and Barry in this truth, receiving this truth, the spirit, man. We are already immortals, man.
That's so Adam become a living
Yeah?
soul.
We already wake up to immortality, man. We already wake up to life. Now it's the only thing that left is the physical manifestation of what we are internally, man.
Man.
When the Lord finished seal up his elect, man, that's it. You can't go hold it in, it's not going to be held in any longer. He said the whole creation waited for the manifestation of the sons of God. All praise to the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh. All praises, man. Literally all. Yeah. Not just for saying its sake. Yeah.
First John 3 and verse 1 says, behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because he know him not.
Yeah, because the Lord did this by you call it spite. You know, the world did supposed to look down on us. To manifest shame and regret. How can the world become a shame and regret? How can us receive true glory and respect if they didn't acknowledge that they treated us unfairly? Yeah? And we endure it.
You notice,
yeah?
You notice in a life when people get a certain honor, and reach a certain, they reach a stage and become a professor,
them do and
then basically them tell you about them life, where them come from.
Yep.
Or them go through the
struggles,
hard knocks life.
Yeah.
And them come to reach all of this, man.
One can't do nothing but to respect.
If I never feel the hard knocks life, you know, appreciate the glory when you get.
Can't.
Yeah. You know? So the hand away and get up there, so now you don't feel happy feet. Because you did just wake up and just get the hand there. So. But you see when you go through the rough, see, and come and get the hand, at that time it can feel good, man. Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
You know, and the Lord do it perfectly, man. You know. Scripture say how the Lord get us praise and fame
every land.
In every land that we were put to shame. Shame is a natural part of the thing. So brothers, we be out there, man, and people be scoffing and laughing. You know what I mean? People calling you mad and all different type of names. You know what I mean? It's only that the reality that the Lord is going to manifest upon the earth. It's only for that to be manifested.
But then they call you a person and learn them.
Yeah, so the thing is, it's a dynamic, man. It's a one thing established at the good of another. So the very fact that they are against us, you know what I mean? It basically grows in strength. You know, it's like the weights up by the gym. You know, resistance training. You know, you get stronger. You know what I mean? And bigger. So, you know, they coming up against us, man, and basically strengthen us in this truth, man. And if there wasn't any opposition to us, man, would have been soft and maybe we'd have go back out into the world, you know what I mean? Because, you know, we wouldn't have nothing to lose. You know? How did I feel now for these people be against us? You know what I mean? And be right in their sayings concerning us. You know? The very fact that they are looking at us to fail, and the very fact that the shame that's gonna come with you failing before them will push you to continue. That they can win. And Paul says a race, man.
You know,
now come last that race. Not making cross the finishing line. You know, Esau sport. Yeah. You know, even a man come last, him still gonna run across the finishing line.
Right, because that time when both them people do.
Yeah, cross the finishing line.
Man. Because I watch the World Championship the other day, and them show this brother, like him run, them run out almost 5,000 or 10,000 I think, and one of them drop down. The two of them left to go across the line, and one of them drop down in the line, and the next one take him up and run with him. Because guess what? Hit the him, make it cross the line. Yeah. Yes.
And this is it. Zephaniah 1 and Zephaniah 3 and verse 19 says, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that altered and gather her that was driven out And I will give them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame.
Right. And that's just it, man. You know, and a major part of the narrative that the Lord basically have going on out here, man, you know, is, you know, prophecy statement that the Lord is going to deliver elect. You know, a lot of people can't receive that. They feel like, say, oh, you know, it's all about everyone having a chance, man. That's not what it is, man. The Lord of his elect. And the reason why the Lord of his elect, because the Lord is going to make the head clean. He's going to fix the head, and everybody will follow afterward, man. You know, the Lord is not out here trying his best to gather the whole body all at once, man. From the head be sick, the whole body will sick. If the head get right, the whole body will get right automatically, man. The Lord is not dealing with the head right now, because the head is sick. You know, he repaired the main part of the head, which is your hour shy. And the rest of that, you know, he's working on right now. You know, and when the sealing up of the elect happen, you know what I mean, all things will fall in place. But you have men out there thinking that them can somehow wake up the whole nation when the Lord never did tell you that. That's not that's not the aim. The aim is to fix the head, and automatically everybody will fall in line. Right? What the scripture said? In the day of thy power, thy people shall be willing. You see, a lot of people don't believe the scriptures, man. They don't believe the scriptures, man. So, the very thing that's going to draw Israel to the Lord is by the head receiving power. The power to save. That's what the Lord, the scripture says, saviors. Give me that piece of that. Savior shall come up on Mount Zion. Savior is spelled about man.
It's Isaiah. Savior shall come up.
Hey, you know, you mentioned something earlier. Basically, you know that all the people you scarf at us and them look on us. See? But guess what? You see one of the main thing. You see one of the main thing we build faith in this truth, man. See? See, actually, see, the scripture say, them say it's gonna happen. See? The scripture say it's gonna happen. They're going to scarf at us when they come out here. And we actually see it happening. The word of the Lord said they're going to do it. And we actually see they're going to do it. So these are the things that we build with faith more and more, man. See? To be out here and wait for that glorious day. Yeah?
You can speak up.
Yeah?
All crap reset.
And basically, when you see them people out here going on, man, as they have been saying, man, them basically have to do what they do. Then, for all of what we see happen, come to pass, fulfillment, the word of the Lord. Then, so, hey, we out here doing what we're doing, them do what them have to do, man. Then, at the end of the day, it's all about the Lord's will. Then, and yeah, nothing can add to that and nothing can take away from that. Then, the Lord is going to glorify whom to glorify, and they're going to put down whom to put down. Then, see it. So at the end of the day, hey, It's just the Lord's will, man. See, as we always say, man, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yeshai for revealing these things unto us. See?
Alright. It's Isaiah 32 and verse 1 says, Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness.
Right, this is the end goal, man. Yeah? This is the end of the yard. This is all things gonna get done. You know, I've said before, the scripture say, in the day of thy power, thy people shall be willing.
Good.
You know? Whose power? Starting with the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua and his elect. They are the ones that are gonna receive power. Yeah? And that's when Israel, you know, gonna see it fit. Because the Lord Yahweh Shai say, if he be lifted up, yeah, he will draw all men unto him. And that's what basically gonna happen, man. The Lord is gonna be lifted up. You know what I mean? And the elect is gonna be lifted up. And people just gonna do the right thing. Right. I wanna do the right thing, wanna be for an example, man. Yeah? Hey, come along, some of the purge from among the what? The rebels.
Isaiah 32 and verse 1 again says, Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness,
right?
And princes shall rule in judgment.
The princes shall rule in judgment. You know what I mean? That's the end of the all. You know, so we're not out here to gather the all of Israel, we're out here to gather the elect. Yeah. You know, so we expect Israel to reject the scriptures. We don't have the power and authority and influence in this world, in this society. We are not respected like that. We are not of the world, so we don't expect that Jake is going to just follow us, man. It's not given unto them to do so. And anybody have that thought, you have a vain thought. You're fighting against what the Lord basically putting together, man. You know? Hold on.
Isaiah 1 and verse 26 says, And I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. Zion shall be redeemed with judgment, and her converts with righteousness.
Yeah, that's how the Lord do it, man. You know what I mean? No matter of fact, it's truth right now. The scripture tells you that no one could learn the song, which is this truth, apart from the 144,000.
Right?
Which are redeemed from the earth. So redemption is for who? It's the elect.
Yeah, elect.
You know what I mean? So all pieces of the puzzle got fit in place from that happening. You know, the Lord not worrying about the rest of Israel. I know exactly where those pieces lie. It is what's necessary. Yeah?
Governing body.
Governing body. Yeah? And the Lord is going to give them, you know, ways and means of which way people are going to adore, have adoration for them. Yeah? That's what it is. Say all the Eden have a hold on even skirt of a man which is a Jew. God. There's going to be a certain form of adoration for Israel. Starting with elect.
Yeah. Jesus said, verse 1, say a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
God. Yeah. And that's what the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yeshai actually has set up. See? At this point in time. See? He's a wise judge, he will instruct his people. See? And he must set up by starting out here, see, with the men of the Lord. He must set up us as being wise judge for the kingdom to come. See?
Hopefully we are part of the elect.
Hopefully we are part of the elect when that time come, yeah?
144 is going to be the government body to rule the kingdom to come.
Yeah. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. In what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
So if the ruler of the city is righteous, the people of the city gonna be righteous. See? Right now, guess what? We're in a kingdom where the ruler of this kingdom is wicked, is unjust. See? He's a murderer, he's a thief, he's everything that is what? Unrighteousness. So guess what? So that's why you have the earth full of unrighteousness and the people of the earth unrighteous and live what them live. So at that time come, and the Lord said, in the day of thy power, thy people will be all willing. So in at that time, when the Lord set up him righteous judges on the earth, which is the 144,000, the governing body, see? The laws are established on the earth. So all people, all Israel are going to be righteous when that time comes. And the rest of nations have to learn the righteousness also. Yeah? And that's how it is, man. When you're looking at this, system that we live today, man. See? The scripture says the law is slack. See? Why the law is slack? See? Because the man who rule the earth today is slack.
Yeah, man, yeah, man, like that.
So when you have righteous people who rule the earth, see, then the laws are righteous, man.
Say, an unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them that through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. He said, the power of the earth.
Here you go. Always be the result of what the head is do. Lord the hour shine. Yeah. Do what is right. And the whole body have a follow after. Gone. Yeah? But in stages, in an order. And we will go off, Adam went off. All of us, you know, went down. You know, the kings of Israel go off, the heads of Israel go off, the whole nation perish. Gone. Yeah? So it's vice versa.
He said, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord,
God.
And in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Right. One that is what? Profitable. So the Lord our shy. The select is the one that basically going to do what is right. Esau, right? It doesn't matter what the regular Edomite on the ground, because you see, we've been talking about Edom all the time. You know, and man, we look on the small Edomite. It doesn't matter what the small Edomite do. Once the head of Edom is doing what is wrong, you know, the whole body gonna perish for what the head is doing, man. That's how it is, man. Yeah? Because in essence, people cry for whosoever them want to be their king. People ask for a king. Yeah? So if the king go off, it's because you wanted a king. Yeah? And if you have a wicked king, I just say go down with the wicked king. You know what I mean? And the thing is, you know, when Israel basically went into captivity and all of that, you know what I mean? The Lord never partial the prophets. He never partial anybody. You know, the whole nation were in a captivity. So, oh, you have some good Edomites, eh? Babies went into captivity, man, when time we was going into captivity, man. Babies in bellies, man. In this society, them say, oh, babies are innocent. Well, Lord, our babies, man, were torn from the womb and get bashed, man. Yeah. That happened unto us, man. So you be out here talking emotionally about, oh, poor Edomite babies. No, he said that what priest was say, oh, dash the little ones against the stone.
Psalms 137.
Psalms 137. That's what the Lord ruled. He did it to us. What do you expect is gonna happen to the nations, man?
Remember Zion.
Remember
Edom.
He did it unto us. There's no denying that it's happened to us, you know. What do you expect? It would be it would be unjust of the Lord not to judge every given situation equally. You know, or somewhere near to that.
It's a righteous thing.
Yeah? If we go off, we get punished throughout. So them go off, they won't get punished throughout. Not one are going to be spared. That's why I say every one of the mouth of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter.
Prepare slaughter
For his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Slaughter was happening to our children. For the iniquity of our fathers. So it's only fair for the Lord judge the situation the same way.
Right.
But JP out here acting emotionally all day. You know what I mean? Oh, them deserve a chance. So we never deserve a chance too.
Yeah.
So like how we go through it, man, they want to. Go through it too, man. You give me that precept I want to ask earlier.
Psalms 137.
This is Psalms 137 and verse 7.
Go on.
Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Go on.
O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed, happy shall he be, and rewarded thee, as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that take it and dash it thy little ones against the stones.
Right. Hear that?
Dash all little ones against stone.
You know why? Because he did that to us. He tore the babies from the womb, smashed them into rocks, man. So guess what?
Because they must only get a beat.
Yeah. So guess what? Similar judgment belongs to him. The Lord was the one who put that spirit on them to do that to us and our babies. And the Lord is going to put the spirit on them for that also.
God.
No, the spirit on us to do that to them also. The only thing we're not going to do is sodomize them, like how them sodomize our people, man. Yeah? We're going to do it righteously. Yeah? Why not?
This is Job 34, verse 29. He said, when he giveth quietness, who then can make trouble? Job 34, verse 29. So when he giveth quietness, who then can make it trouble? And when he hideth his face, who then can behold him? Whether it be done against a nation or against a man only.
God, read again.
Say, when he giveth quietness, who then can make trouble? And when he hideth his face, who then can behold him? Whether it be done against a nation or against a man only.
Yeah. And that's how it works. Yeah. Don't go no other way. Sorry, mister.
Evil to done in the city.
I'm being facetious.
And the Lord has not done it.
Yeah.
So whatever the Lord set up on his promise.
Yeah, we're glad, man.
That
We're glad that, look, man, our one is coming to an end and that it's your turn. You say, rejoice and be glad all that of Edom, you know? So you're supposed to enjoy yourself while it lasts.
Yeah.
Because the cup of also turn on.
Can't wait.
Yeah? Our one is what? Accomplish. You know what I mean? That's what it is, man. And the Lord now, you know? You see, the Lord is the respect of person in judgment. That's it, man. You know what I mean? Best believe that. Jake me out here being respect of person, but the Lord is not. You know what I mean? That's why you should fear the Lord. You know, the Lord doesn't care what manner of flesh judgment is going to come upon. You know, some people say, oh, baby innocent. No, don't look at it like that. The Lord don't look upon no flesh as innocent. None. Small or great. Because the Lord Yahweh Shemi was shy is not the God of the dead, but of the living. And right now, You know, flesh represents death. So you know what? The Lord will show his hatred of mortal flesh. Because it's the weakest and the worst state that his creatures can be in. There's no love for flesh, man. So while you're out here loving your flesh, be taking selfie all over the place, you know, Lord, don't look upon it that way, you know. Don't know, I'm gonna make you be eaten by lions, you know. You know, fall off in some water and drown.
Situation the other day in the house. The man just come in and just throw fire upon the
Right.
You have to be enough light.
Yeah. Many colorful ways, the Lord did it every day, man. It doesn't matter who you do it every day. Man. That's a judgment for flesh, man. You know what I mean? There are judgment for flesh. Flesh are here to suffer. Yeah? Flesh gonna do the things that gonna merit the reward of suffering. This is hell. You best believe it. The Lord gonna make it so. You know not to do evil. Yeah? That's what it is. So that was the color Lali Basham Yawashai, Basham Rakam, Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers about you. Keep pushing this truth in sincerity and honesty. Shalom.
Shalom.